My name's Jeffrey Hine, 58-year-old, 18 years as federal law enforcement, educated at Biola University, graduate school at San Diego State, medically retired, was injured in the line of duty, and that's why I have Maya here, my service dog. She's been with me for about 7 years now. Before I was disabled, I was a long-distance bicyclist. I had a strong martial arts background where I trained a lot of government agencies and had my own facility, and right up until I was injured. I was introduced to alcohol at about the age of 10, and I think that kind of set the stage for what things were to become. I went through high school with normal, just in the 70s, just drinking and no problem, but I was an accomplished athlete, and I ended up losing one wrestling match in my life, and it cost me my scholarship, so I started drinking, and through college and graduate school it became progressively worse. I ended up, after finishing graduate school, meeting my wife and getting married. She got pregnant, and I decided that I did not want my son to see drinking, any of my kids to see alcohol. So I quit drinking for 18 years. During the last year of my career with the government, I had been assigned to work with the Joint Terrorist Task Force, and I began working undercover. I was injured and put on a lot of different medications for pain. With the injury and the pain medication and suddenly starting to drink, things began to spiral out of control pretty quick. Ended up getting divorced and remarried to my high school sweetheart, moved to the Sierras. Unfortunately, 3.5 years ago, my wife, she was also an athlete, well-educated, wonderful. She was a CFO of a company. She was rodeoed, and she had injured her back and had back surgery. And she went into pain management and was on a lot of different medications also. And one night she took too much medication. I had fallen asleep on the couch, and she passed away in our bedroom. And I found her the next morning, tried to revive her, and that was probably what set me completely off the deep end as far as my drinking. After that, I got rid of everything I owned. I put myself into this poverty and drinking, and just started traveling for the next 2 years around Southern California, just living with my service dog, drinking, and just not caring about life. I didn't realize that there was a depth of emotional pain that one could find. I really didn't. I kind of realized after she passed away and how sick I felt that, I remember calling Jacob and saying, this has really nothing to do with my drinking. I have mental health issues that need to be addressed, and until I deal with those, the drinking's not going to stop. And that's kind of when I knew that, because I just kind of knew that it wasn't it wasn't this behavior. It was underneath everything that was killing me. And until I dealt with my demons and things I had dealt with and done, I wasn't going to get better. PBR has been a wonderful experience for me. I worked with Jacob right off the bat. I remember telling him that I was coming from a 12-step program that was faith-based. It was basically get baptized, accept the Lord as your Savior, do the 12 steps, and you'd be good. That didn't work for me. And he told me this was not that kind of place. And I said, well, that's probably a good thing for me. And when I got here, what PBR did for me was they didn't put me in this cookie cutter mold that everybody who has a substance abuse disorder can be treated the same way. They put me in a very individualized program where I was introduced to 12 steps, I was introduced to smart recovery, I was introduced to straight edge, these multidisciplinary, these different ways of evidence-based treatment programs that allowed me to explore what my sobriety was going to look like.